May 13th. We picked up my new glasses today. When I got home, I put them on, but I'm not sure how I look in them because I can't see myself in the mirror when I'm wearing them. I showed them to Sophie, though, and she said, "Whoa, cool." And I said, "They look good?" And she said, "They make your eyes look so huge. You're like an anime character." Which is probably good, right? May 14th. I wore my glasses to school for the first time today. I walked right up to Chelsea and said, "Hey, Chelsea, notice anything different about me?" And she said, "I noticed that you're late for class, but if you hurry, I won't write you up for it." And then I took my glasses off and discovered that the blurry thing I thought was Chelsea was actually Mrs. Plimpton, our vice principal. And by the way, there are some pretty impressive glasses if they can make Mrs. Plimpton look like anything but Mrs. Plimpton. As the morning went on, I also mistook our school janitor, a trash can, and a motivational poster of a kitten hanging from a branch for Chelsea. Finally, at lunch, Chuck pointed me in Chelsea's direction, and I walked over to say hi to her. And I was halfway there when I walked right into a sixth grader's tray full of sloppy joes. Man, they call those things sloppy for a reason. They kind of go everywhere. Later in the day, my friend Kevin ran up to Chuck and me in the hallway and said, "Hey, did you hear? Some new kid from Ohio totally embarrassed himself in the cafeteria today." "Hey, what happened to your shirt?" May 15th. Chelsea Hamilton and Scott Scanlon are officially dating now. Chuck tried to comfort me by saying, "Look, you did everything you could, but maybe it's not the glasses that Chelsea likes. Maybe it's the fact that he's got a huge neck and sort of looks like a professional wrestler. So, you never had a chance." I hate it when Chuck tries to comfort me. To make things worse, I needed to figure out a way to explain to my parents that I won't be wearing my glasses anymore. So tonight, at dinner, I announced that I didn't need glasses anymore. My vision's suddenly fine again. It's a miracle. And my parents looked at me for a long moment. And then my dad said, "So, what was her name?" And I said, "Chelsea." And he said, "Did it work?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, tell you what, it's a shame to let a nice, expensive pair of glasses like that go to waste. So how about you get a little more wear out of them? Say, anytime you want to watch TV for the next 3 weeks or so." So, if you'll excuse me, I should get going. A new Big Bang Theory's on, and I can't wait to hear it. May 16th. My school had a fire drill today at 2 p.m. The fire alarm bell sounded, and we all got into lines and walked single file out of the school. I've always thought the problem with fire drills is that they're nothing like a real fire. Nothing's actually on fire, and nobody's choking on smoke or getting lost in anything. I think that to really test how ready the school is for fire, they should blindfold everyone and put super loud music on over the intercom and assign some students to just smack people at random as they try and fumble their way to the exit. It'd be better preparation, and also a lot more fun. May 17th. Today, the 8th grade took a trip to Liberty Falls Village. It's an educational theme park where people reenact what it was like to live in the 1780s. So, everyone there is wearing an old-timey costume and doing old-timey stuff like churning butter or repairing carriage wheels or making candles. And you can ask them questions and they have to answer in characters, so as colonial people, which is less fun than it sounds because once you've asked, "What are you doing?" and they say, "Churning butter," you kind of run out of things to talk about. After a little while, I started saying, "Hello, I am a visitor from the future. Look at my wristwatch. How do the digits on it keep changing? It's sorcery. Does it scare you?" Until one guy in a blacksmith shop leaned over and said, "Dude, come on. This job sucks enough as it is." And that's when I realized this guy was only a couple of years older than me, And he was probably a college student doing this for a summer job, and in a couple of years, I'll probably have a summer job that sucks just as much as his does. This wasn't just a field trip to our past, this was a field trip to my future. May 18th. When you say it out loud, the word mailman becomes redundant. May 20th. A lot of my friends at school have joined a fantasy baseball league, which sounds awesome, like baseball games between dragons and sea serpents and wizards. But it's not. It's about imagining baseball games between actual baseball players using the statistics from their most recent games. So a lot of my friends' lunch table conversation now is about comparing baseball statistics. It's basically like a really long, ongoing story problem in math class.